Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Better Half Bets, Season 2. We're back. We're better than ever. And fingers crossed, we should be on all platforms. Now, let's go. Round of applause, everyone. Round of applause.
Round of applause that now you're blessed to not have to look at us, but you can just listen to us, which is way better. We are coming up on 1 year of marriage, about 6 years of gambling experience, and we're ready to cause a ruckus.
We're ready
in
to
season 2.
roll.
And as the people say, we're not addicted to gambling. We're addicted to hope.
We're addicted to hope.
And more than just hope, we're addicted to retirement.
And 2026 is the year of hope, and it's the year of winning us some money. Let's go. Let's
go.
All right, first episode of Season 2, we're going to do college football preview. But first, why don't we tell them, what have you been up to, B?
I've probably been up to the same thing you've been up to, C.
Oh.
We've had a great summer. You know, we've dabbled in quite a bit of tomfoolery, a little bit of weddings, a lot of lake time.
Being shitty at golf.
We've been doing a lot of shitty golf. I would say we're shooting about like 115-ish on the courses this summer.
Like 105. Like 105.
I think like 110. We've been shooting like 110 on the course this summer, but we've been hitting the links a lot. We've been playing a lot of one-on-one, a lot of tennis, a lot of drinking, a lot of fun. Tune in to our TikTok and our Instagram, Better Half Bets, to see all the tomfoolery we have been up to this summer. However, summer is coming to an end.
Sadly, but do you know what that means?
Very sadly.
What does that mean?
However, we are getting close to college football
We're
season.
back. We're back.
We're back.
So back.
We're back.
So back. Let's fire it up.
We're fired up. We've had a couple hungover Saturday mornings recently and Sundays, and we've been watching Pop-A-Shot National Championships
from 2022.
2024. A lot of Little League Baseball, which is kind of electric. Soccer a little bit. We've been watching like the Papa Darts Championship.
So much fun.
A lot of bag championships, which Connor actually really likes. But we're ready to be back into the college football season. So we're here for just a little preview episode. Just for a little preview episode, as we are about. What was that?
Don't worry about it. Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling.
Did it die?
Our backup camera isn't working for some reason, but that's fine.
Which one is that?
It's the one on top.
Okay, I've been looking at that one.
It's fine. Just look at the other one.
Okay. We are ready for college football, so we're going to give you a little preview today of what we think the season is going to look like, as well as not my favorite bets, but bets that could actually make you some money, just some futures. If you place a little bit more money on some good futures, you have something to cheer for the whole season, so you don't need to bet every single week. I think we're going to get into the futures a little bit. What do you say?
I love it. Let's start off. All right, so I think where we should start, let's just start in the top 25, and then we can kind of go conference by conference and just kind of go from there. What do you think?
Yeah, so looking at FanDuel, we can pick conference winners, player props for the year, and then I really like over-under wins for teams.
Okay.
And then, of course, we'll get into who's going to make the playoffs, Heisman, and who we gonna think is gonna win the whole thing.
All right, so let's start off in the Big Ten. They won the last 3.
Shocking.
Well, they've won the last 3 national.
Shocking.
They've won the last 3 national championships. What
Yeah.
do you want? Like they're the best conference, the most dominant conference. SEC had a 20-year run. Now it's the Big Ten's turn. Looking at the Big Ten, I think there's, obviously Ohio State, Oregon are ranked 1 and 2. Indiana, you can't doubt Cignetti, but then there's a lot of fun teams that, might have been, with some horrible coaches that still somehow went 9 and 3 with really stud quarterbacks that could end up being good. Who could that be? Who's to know? But I think that Big Ten's a good place to start. So why don't you kind of, start with it? Where do you kind of see that conference go? What we're going to do is we're going to pick 2 teams to play for the conference championship, and we're going to pick like 1 or 2 dark horses.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So we're going to pick 4 teams of the Big Ten teams. So I know there's like 20 teams. But anyways, looking at the Big Ten, I would say, unfortunately for Connor, I'm feeling really good about Ohio State this year. Julian Slayton.
Saying.
Julian Slayton the football is back for a sophomore year. I honestly don't even remember if he was good. I think he was good.
No, he was really good. He was really,
last
really,
year.
really good.
He's coming back. I honestly feel like he's one of the only guys that didn't leave to chase a paycheck. Of course, as everybody knows, I actually do like Ohio State guys. I do like Ryan Day, and I do think Ohio State's going to be good. Moving to the second team in the conference, Oregon. I do not think Oregon is going to be good this year.
Why?
Because they got freaking Dalen Raiola.
Yeah, he's their backup quarterback.
It doesn't matter if you have Dylan Raiola on your team, you're a horrible football team.
So you're basing that just solely off of the backup quarterback.
It's just a wild move. It's gonna cause a lot of controversy. There's no reason why Dante Moore should not have gone to the NFL this year. So you could argue he's gonna come back and be phenomenal, but I just think he fucked up his life. I think he should have gone.
Oh my God. All right.
I think it's going to be horrible. Dylan Raiola is going to replace him mid-season. He's not going to get drafted. And then they're going to be as average as Nebraska. So as much as I love Dan Lanning, I don't think Oregon's going to be very good.
This is crazy take. I love this take. Can I, rebuttal? Can I offer
a rebuttal?
Can I offer a rebuttal?
Of course.
Okay. Michigan won the national championship. They basically brought everyone back from the year before. Ohio State brought everyone back from the year before. Indiana obviously added, Mendoza, some other guys, but brought back everyone from the year before. Oregon is bringing back every single person from the year before. Why should it be any different? Dylan Raiola, the backup quarterback can't be your answer.
Oregon, though, okay, yeah. So let's say that they're really good. They win 10, 11 games. They make the Big Ten finals or probably the semifinals. They'll make the college football playoff. They'll lose in the quarterfinals. It's going to be what it is for them. I'm sure they'll be a really good football team in all seriousness, but they're not going to win it all. They're not going to win the Big Ten. Oregon's just one of those teams that just never really gets over the hump. And I just don't see that changing this year.
Yeah, I agree with you where they can have great players, great coaches, everything, but they kind of got a little Buffalo Bills to them where it's they can always be almost good enough but never do it. I think Dan Lane's a good guy, pretty good coach. I think he's got a little James Franklin to him. He's not as cheesy or corny as him, but just to where he'll never be able to win. So I kind of like that. Who you got? I'm gonna go here with my top two.
Well, go ahead.
And then we can go back and forth.
Yeah. Those weren't my top two.
Oh. Those are.
I'm saying Oregon's out.
Right. Okay,
Oregon's out. I'm going down the list.
Okay, so now
I'll just go to there's 4 teams.
All right, give me your 4. Give me your 4.
And then we got Indiana and we got Michigan. Of course, all summer I've been listening to Connor explain to me why Michigan is going to be a really good football team.
I'll give my points.
I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I know all of the reasons why Michigan is going to be a really good football team. However, I think it's almost, I shouldn't say disrespectful. You lose Fernando, and he really is phenomenal. But I think Kurt Cignetti is that good. Indiana has NIL. Everybody's going to want to transfer. They got a bunch of transfers into this program. They get Josh Hoover, Riff Ramrazoo, baby. And I understand that he wasn't he came in with a lot of potential and then he kind of sucked.
Well, I wouldn't say he sucked. He was really good, but then would just have a lot of turnovers or something. But his stats were good.
And exactly something that Cignetti could fix out of somebody. And nobody thought Mendoza was going to come in and be a Heisman and win the national championship. So I'm not saying they're going to win the national championship again, but I think it's going to be Ohio State and Indiana, and people are overlooking Indiana this year. I think Michigan's going to be good. I think they'll beat Ohio State.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I think that they'll beat Ohio State, but I think it's going to be Ohio State, Indiana. I think they're just the two best teams, and Indiana's just getting a little bit disrespected because nobody knows if Josh Hoover is going to be that good, but nobody knew Mendoza was going to be that good.
So I was just going to say, Hoover, if I could Men in Black erase your mind, Hoover's better coming in this year than what Mendoza was coming in last year.
100%.
So if you just trust Cignetti, I think Indiana's going to be good. Two teams you haven't talked about, USC and Penn State are also ranked pretty high.
Don't care.
Penn State isn't good, but it's literally just the new Iowa State. They brought over 30 guys, the quarterback, everyone. Penn State's schedule, though, is so easy. They play at Michigan. That's like their only tough game is at Michigan. So I just think Iowa State, Big 12, going to the Big 10, even if your schedule's weak, I don't think they're going to be good. And I think USC is just never good because I don't think Lincoln – I think they need to get rid of Lincoln. Like, Lincoln can't be there and be good. Like, go ahead.
I love Lincoln.
I don't like Lincoln. I don't think he's good. I think so here's what I think. I somewhat agree with you on Oregon. I don't think that because of Rayola. That's just, I love that take, but he's just a cancer to the locker room. Is basically your take. I kind of love that. I think Ohio State, unfortunately, they're going to be really good. They're going to go 11-1, 12-0, 10-2, whatever it is. They're going to be really good. This is going to sound like a homer pick, but I have good reasons for my homer picks. Michigan went 9-3 last year with a freshman 5-star quarterback who they weren't really expecting to start because then they had a veteran who got hurt. So then he was kind of thrust into starting right away. They had a coach who tried to unalive himself with butter knives and who was sleeping with a staff or whatever it was. And they still went 9-3. And Bryce Underwood didn't have a quarterback's coach. They were like, no, he's good. Like, he doesn't need one. Utah, bringing in Kyle Whittingham from Utah, they have a great quarterback coach, a great man, like great lead. Like
he's good for the program.
And everyone jokes around like Michigan man, right? Like that doesn't mean anything. What it should mean and what it used to mean back in the day.
Has it ever meant anything?
Well, before the Harbaugh cheating stuff came out, it did kind of mean something. Like Lloyd Carr, Beauchamp, like it meant something. But my point is, I think Michigan's going to go tough schedule. They have 4 games, basically, that make the season, and they have to win the rest. They have, I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. They play Indiana at home, they play Oklahoma, they play Oregon, and they play Ohio State. Those last 2 are on the road. Yeah. If they go 2-2 in those and then win the rest, they're in the playoff, and I think that's all that matters. So my Big Ten championship game is going to be Ohio State, Michigan again, and I think Michigan's going to beat Ohio State, and I think Ohio State's going to beat them in the Big Ten championship, and then, spoiler alert, I have them playing again in the playoff. We'll get to that later. That's where I stand in the Big Ten.
I don't hate it. I just think Indiana, there's no reason to think, and nobody does think, but that Michigan's going to be better than Indiana.
No, for sure.
But I don't hate it. The hard part is that Bryce Underwood, he came in, even though he wasn't even going to go to Michigan, even though he's from there. The hard part is knowing whether or not he's going to be good.
Yeah.
I totally believe your story if he's good, but he was bad last year. And we don't need to, totally fight about it. I know,
No, he wasn't good last year.
But he wasn't good, so if he's just not good, you're in serious trouble. Yeah. But if he really is that good and you bring in Whittingham, then I don't hate your take.
Agreed.
So, okay, so who do you have winning that game?
So I'm Michigan beating Ohio State last game of the year, but then Ohio State beating Michigan in the Big Ten championship game.
Okay, so Ohio State to win the Big Ten championship game is just plus 180.
Yeah.
Does that change your opinion at all?
No. Like, I'm not going to bet that. Like, what's Michigan to win it?
Plus 1,600.
Yeah, I think that's really good value. Those teams, outside of the Big Three, right? If Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana are the Big Three, I think Michigan is the best pick because I think they have the highest upside of any of the other teams. So I think plus 1,600 win Big Ten is pretty good value. I probably won't take that, but I'm going to take them. I'm going to drop a nuke on Michigan to beat Ohio State. It's in the horseshoe this year, which is interesting, but that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't hate that. This is where as bettors, Connor and I will put $10 on Michigan to win it all, and then you don't win anything. If you just hammer Ohio State to win plus 160, that's probably the best move. Put $100 on Ohio State to win, and then don't bet every single Ohio State game. But that's not really the kind of gamblers we are, so we'll get a little dicey with it. But I think that's a pretty good Big Ten take.
You gonna go to SEC?
Of course.
All right, let's talk about SEC. I'm gonna start here. SEC is really weird right now. You got teams like Alabama, who has been historically great, who have kind of fallen off. You have teams like Ole Miss, who lost their whole coaching staff, but returned, their quarterback, their star running back, the coach that kind of led them into the playoff. And then you got teams like LSU, who it's a whole new roster, but they're $40 million and everything. My take is I'm going to kind of do the same thing here. Georgia is going to be in the mix because they're Georgia. They're always going to be in the mix. I think Texas. I think people forget Arch. People think Arch just sucked last year. He was so good the last, I don't know, 5-6 games of the year. Texas is going to be in the mix. LSU, I trust in Lane.
Sam Leavitt.
Sam Leavitt. They got the only good K-State football player from last year, the receiver Jace Brown. Like, he's good, and they have a bunch of other weapons around them. LSU is going to be good. And then the fourth team. I think Alabama stinks. I think Oklahoma stinks. I think Tennessee stinks. I have a take on my fourth team. This team has just underachieved. People want their coach fired, but they have a guy who going into last year was probably going to be a top 10 pick, and then he came back. South Carolina is going to bounce back.
I love
Lenoris Sellers is going to bounce
guy
back.
This year.
He's going to bounce back. I like him to, a deep cut to win the Heisman. I think he's way better than what he proved.
I do too. We haven't even talked about this. I do too.
You like South Carolina?
I have been keeping it in my head to the point I haven't even told you that Lenoris Sellers easily my sleeper.
I think South Carolina is going to be really good. My pick for the SEC championship game is going to be Texas Georgia, and I have Texas winning the SEC. But I think South Carolina will be one of those 10-2, 9-3 SEC teams where it's if they're 9-3 they could get in, but if they're 10-2 they're a lock. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with the SEC. Quick and easy for me.
Yeah, I love that take out of you because it's, like I said, one that we haven't even talked about. And when we're sneakily on the same page, I feel really good or really bad about something.
Yeah, but now we
I feel
ride.
really,
now we
really
have to
good
ride.
about Lenoris Sellers.
I do
and
too.
I love their coach. I almost have the same takes. South Carolina, when we get to over-unders, is a team absolutely take their over wins because it's going to be, they're the 12th favorite in this league. They're going to have a low over-under wins and just smash their over wins and ride with them the whole season. Lenoris Sellers, as long as he doesn't get hurt, is going to be a dark horse for the Heisman.
The only issue is their coach. I don't know if he's good, but
I love him.
I'm kind of just going all in on Lenoris and just kind of forgetting about the coach because I don't think the coach is good, but I think Lenoris is that good. So that's my take on it.
I think he's a good coach, but South Carolina doesn't have a very good football team.
Yeah.
And then Lenoris got hurt last year, but before he got hurt, they had some big wins.
Yeah, they did.
So South Carolina is also my dark horse. Back to the top, agreed on Alabama. Who even's their quarterback this year?
It's one of the guys that's been there forever. Or I think they have a 5-star freshman, but I just don't think the coach, they just signed him to an extension at this offseason.
Yeah.
DeBoer, he's going to get fired. I think they go 8-4. Maybe they go 9-3 and sneak back into the playoff again, but I just don't. I think Alabama is too good of an overall program to ever be horrible, and he's done a good job recruiting, but I don't think they'll ever be at the pinnacle again like they were.
No, I totally agree. And then Georgia still has their quarterback,
Gunner, baby.
Stockton from last year.
Gunner's one of those guys that we love because he's not really that good, but when it's a big moment, Gunner steps up.
Yeah, and I'm just not a Georgia girl at all. I've never liked them. They're always one of those teams that you just shouldn't overthink.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia's probably going to win the SEC, and it's probably not.
And even if they don't win the SEC, Georgia's going to be in the top 4 of the SEC. So just move on and just kind of bet them to make the playoff. They're probably
they're probably their minimum making college football semifinals.
Yeah.
Probably going to be in the finals. Great chance to win it. You should never overthink Georgia, but I don't like Georgia.
Yeah.
So obviously my pick is Texas to win it all just because I am the biggest Arch fan ever.
I'm switching. I want Georgia to win it now. Georgia over Texas in my SEC championship game.
Okay. Okay. I was watching ESPN though the other day when I was at work, and one of the guys was like, "Are we just supposed to believe Arch is gonna be good, just because we want him to be?" And I know I agree, but it's oh yeah, I just want Arch to win the Heisman just because I want Arch to win the Heisman. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know how good he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna win the Heisman. I don't think this is his year that he comes out and it's just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next year. He's not even gonna leave for the NFL after this year. So I think next year could be Texas's year. I'm picking Texas over Georgia off of pure emotion, but unfortunately, I hate every team in the SEC except for South Carolina and Texas. So that's who I'm riding with all year. Unfortunately,
So it kind of sounds. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
If it's not those two teams, I do think it's going to be LSU because I think Sam Leavitt could be the best quarterback in the SEC.
Love that take.
With $40 million.
Love that
Like,
take.
we don't even know what fucking, like, linemen they bought.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, they probably have the best players.
I think they got one of the linemen that was at Colorado who was like a 5-star. It was like the only good player that Dion got. And he just went to Colorado because it's fucking Dion. And now he's there. Like, LSU's going to be good. Question for you. We're Trinidad Chambliss guys.
I know. I think Ole Miss will be fine.
I think they'll be fine. I think Ole Miss could go 9-3 and be one of those teams that could sneak in.
Me too.
I don't think his name's Pete something. I don't think their coach is. I think he caught lightning in a bottle when Lane left, and it was kind of the rallying cry and everything. But I don't know if he's actually
caught lightning in a bottle.
And I think now that being said, I think Trinidad is actually that good. My D2 brother, like I think he's that good. I just don't know if their coach is that good. The rest of the team, they did a good job kind of filling it. They have Lacey back, their running back, so they're gonna be good. I just don't think Pete's good enough to necessarily take them up a level.
Yeah, and I hope Trinidad Chambliss is good, but he is another Dante Moore situation where, like, you can't come back when you have that good of a year.
Yeah.
You have to go. And it's different now because the kind of money they make in college football, it's like the same that they would make in the NFL for their rookie year. So it's like you might as well. But I just hope he didn't get himself in a situation where, like, he didn't go at his peak and he comes back. And, I mean, you know, I'm a D3 athlete. Connor here is a D2 athlete. But, like, sometimes you worry, like,
did he catch lightning in a bottle?
Yeah, like he just came from a D2 school at the end of the day. Like, you never know.
Like, there's exceptions to every rule, but there's a reason why he was D2
He's a D2.
guy. Now, he went to Ferris State, top D2 football. Like, he was good, but there's a reason why.
That good?
Exactly.
That's the only thing that worries me.
And so sometimes you can catch lightning in a bottle even for a full year. I've said that lightning in a bottle like 19 times. I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
But I think that Trinidad is good. How good is he? We'll see. Before we get to the Big 12 or ACC, which who really cares?
Well,
go ahead. Sorry.
No. My last pick. So you're taking Georgia plus 280. They are the favorites.
Yeah, I'll take Georgia over Texas.
Okay, I like Texas is my pick. They're plus 330. I don't hate that, but LSU plus 900
probably the best value bet.
Feels pretty good there.
LSU just their team. They could go like 7-5. It could all blow up, or they could be the best team in the country. Like
I think LSU plus 900 is pretty good value bet there.
Let's talk about everyone. It seems like they're kind of everyone's darling child right now. Notre Dame, who's not in a conference. Let's talk about them just quickly for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, CJ Carr, legitimately could win the Heisman. I think he's the Heisman favorite.
He's the favorite.
He's very, very good.
He was good last year.
The only thing I'm nervous about is how do they do without those two running backs, right? Like, those two running backs are gone. They did a good job replacing them. They have a good defense. I think Marcus Freeman's a good I think Marcus Freeman's a good coach.
I was just about to call them Oregon.
Morgan Freeman?
Oregon.
Oh, they are. I think Marcus Freeman and Dan Lanning, like, so people are always like, oh, like, nobody's the guy. Like, you can't win the big one until you win the big one. But some guys, like, you can just know, like, aren't going to win the big one. Like, they can be good coaches, good guys, everything, run great programs. Marcus Freeman, for some reason, has lost to horrible teams. Like, it's weird. They didn't get in last year because they lost to a horrible team. So it's just very interesting. I'm very curious to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I love Notre Dame. I love Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman is by far my favorite coach in college football. He's a great guy.
It's only because he's hot. Yeah, okay, there it is. There it is.
But, like, I do really love him, and I've always liked Notre Dame. I've never had a football team, but as everybody, like, we had the Play Like a Champion today on like, the top of our doors. And, you know, I've always liked Notre Dame, and I really respect them. I love Carr. I think he last year, like, he was phenomenal for a freshman.
He's good.
I think, like,
should've gone to Michigan.
Great chance he could be the Heisman. I just think I'm taking the same take as Oregon. They're going to have a great year. They are going to lose, like, a bad game, but they're not in a conference. Thgoing to go. How many games do you play in a season? 14? 12. So they're
keep going.
they're going to go like 11-1. Probably.
If they go 11-1, because they do play Miami, they do play BYU.
But I think that they'll beat Miami. I think they'll beat BYU. I think Notre Dame is gonna be a top 2-3 football team the entire regular season. I just don't think they're going to win it all.
You might not know this guy's name yet, but like how Caleb Downs, like everyone loved Caleb Downs. Their cornerback is like that. Like he's like
that's helpful because I really only know Carr.
Yeah, no. I can't remember his name, but their cornerbacks like he's probably I think he won the cornerback of the year last year, whatever. I can't remember it, but like he's unbelievable. They're unbelievable. Notre Dame could be good. Honestly, Marcus Freeman's my only reason for not liking him.
Yeah, and if I just give you the pick of who I want to win the national championship this season, it's Notre Dame. I want Carr to win the Heisman. I want Notre Dame to win the national championship. Texas and Arch are probably number 2 for me. But yeah, I think similar take to Oregon. They're going to have a good year. They're going to have a good record. They're going to make the playoffs. They're not going to win it.
I like that. All right, Big 12 now. Quickly, I'm going to go very, very quickly on the Big 12.
Okay, because I feel very strongly about the Big 12.
Okay, so I'm going to say my takes. Her and I have not talked about this at all.
No,
so
I think we might disagree a lot.
I'm going to go, and then you go. Texas Tech, I think on paper, is the best team. I still think they're going to be good, even with the whole quarterback betting situation. They basically replaced their whole defensive line with studs. I just don't think there's a reason, like Brent Sorsby, they wanted him so bad and tried everything they could to keep him, but he was like not that good to begin with. So that tells you about the quarterback coming off the injury that was there last year. They don't feel great about him.
Yeah.
I think BYU is really, really good. I love Bear Bachmeier. I love everything about BYU. I think they're sweet. I really, really like their team. Dark horses, I really like Houston. I really like I kind of like K-State, but my main one I like is Oklahoma State. They basically brought in the whole team from North Texas. Some people aren't as high on the quarterback as I am. I think he's one of the best throwers of the ball like I've ever seen. I think their coach is really good. So those are kind of my 5 teams I'm looking at. I think that it's going to be BYU versus, I want to say Houston, but I'm going to go BYU, Oklahoma State, and I'm going to go BYU to win it. That's kind of my pick. I think, again, I just think Tech, they have, on paper, they still have the best roster by far. I just think it's all too murky and everything. I think it's going to blow up in their face.
Yeah, this is my strongest take. Like, Texas Tech is minus money to win the Big 12.
It's because they're that much better than everyone else.
Because they have that much more money than everybody else. Thank you, Patrick Mahomes.
No, and what's the oil guy? Whatever the oil guy is.
they all have oil.
And Pat.
They all have oil.
Fair.
Texas Tech, minus money given everything. If they thought their backup was even capable of starting, they don't bring in Sorsby. He's coming off a torn ACL. He's a ginger. They're not going to be good. They're not going to be good. Your quarterback matters way too much.
Agreed.
They're not going to be good. And he's coming off an ACL. Like, I mean, what happens if he gets hurt? They definitely didn't recruit a backup to their backup this year. Like, I don't feel good about Texas Tech at all. And I know, like, last year their quarterback wasn't good, and they still what did they make again?
Either the quarters or the semi. I think they made the quarters. Yeah,
so their quarterback wasn't even good last year, and they were still good. So, like, that's the argument, is they have such a good football team with all their money that who knows. And they have the easiest schedule ever. So, like, they're easily going to make the playoffs, but I don't see them winning the Big 12 championship. I love BYU. BYU is my pick to win the Big 12 this year.
Hell yeah.
Plus 550 is good value. They also have more money than
Aren't they the second favorite, too, in their plus 550?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you're not getting that value in any other conference.
Yeah.
Then you have Utah. Utah just lost their coach and half their players. Like, Utah should not be third to win the conference.
Well,
pick their under wins.
Yeah,
get them out of there.
I agree with that.
Houston, I know literally nothing about Houston.
Willie Fritz, the old.
I know that, but that's it.
I'm 30
Who's their quarterback? Okay, so I have a couple sneaky takes. My pick, I'm a KU fan. I don't like K-State, and I don't like Avery Johnson. I think he is super flaky. I think everybody's, fired up about Chris Klein. What's his name?
Colin Klein.
Colin Klein.
Chris Kleinman was their old coach.
I got thrown off.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody's fired up about Colin Klein coming in. I do think he'll be a good football coach.
Yeah.
I think, like, K-State he'll bring them to the top in, like, a couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't think the Big 12 is very strong this year.
No,
Avery
it's
Johnson's
horrible.
been there 3
It's
years.
horrible.
I think my pick for the Big 12 championship game is BYU K-State.
Wow.
I know. And if that backfires, honestly, I'll be happy.
I love that.
I'll be happy. I don't like Avery Johnson, but like he's a junior now. He's been there 3 years.
And Colin Klein's a running quarterback. He's gonna make him.
I think he's gonna be
He's
good.
gonna make him run.
And I wouldn't pick this if they were a stronger conference, but like I don't think it'll be Tech. It's definitely not Utah. Definitely not Houston. So like K-State plus 50 to even make the game. I think I'm going BYU K-State. So my sneaky team, not to make it, not to win it, but to have an over-win situation is Baylor. DJ Lagway transfers to Baylor. Florida is a shit program. He's at Baylor. I don't know anything else. I'm picking Baylor over wins this year.
Baylor is going to be horrible.
Well, fine. Don't take it.
All right. I love that take, though, by you.
And let's just talk about KU just quickly.
Can I go
Obviously-
first on KU? Because that's where I was going.
Yeah, for sure. I thought you were moving conferences.
All right, don't listen. I think KU might be the worst team in the Big 12 this year. I think Lance Lightpool needs to get fired, and I've said it before. I think he called lightning in a bottle a couple of years ago, and I know they have the offensive coordinator back from Penn State, but I don't think it matters. I think KU's going to be really bad. All right, Brooke, what do you think about KU?
Okay, so I think the sad part is that Kalecki was gone last year because Jalen Daniels was really good when we had Kalecki, and then Kalecki left and we were ass again. And now, like, Jalen Daniels is doing good in NFL preseason, so that's sad. I do think Kalecki is that good of a coach. I think he's going to take, like, a shitty KU team and at least will be, like, semi-fun and better than we could be. I think in a couple of years he should probably be the head coach. Like, I think he is that guy. I think he's a really, really, really great offensive coordinator, that KU.
Penn State fans would disagree with you.
Okay, that's because of their head coach.
We'll get to him. Spoiler alert.
Virginia Tech. I don't know their over-under wins, but I agree with you that I'd probably take the under, and it's already going to be low. I think they're going to be bad because I think they're going to start Cole Ballard as quarterback, and he's just, like, objectively not going to be a good
I
quarterback.
don't think Lance is a good coach.
My take on Lance is, like, he's done everything he could for this program. Like, he came in, and he's a D3 guy, and he came in, and, like, he took them from a program that was literally, like...
a laughingstock to at least respectable now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, he takes them to a point where, what was their high of wins? Like, 8, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
But, like, really early on in his career, like, getting the bowl games, like, literally taking him from being the biggest joke in college football to, like, a respectable football team. And I think that's as far as he can go. Like, I think he's a good coach to, like, a certain degree, but
don't you think
he's not a good enough coach to take him to be, like, a good competing Big 12 football
Do you
team.
think that KU kind of has a thing where it's like, how good can they actually be? Like, if they get 8 wins, like, maybe Lance is doing the best job of anyone that, like, maybe they're just a team. You know, I think Duke could be similar to this, or, like, teams that have, fine, we'll just do basketball schools for now, but I think there's other teams out there that are like this, where they just aren't, they can't necessarily compete anymore. Like, they just can't. So maybe Lance is doing a good job, and that's just as good as KU can do, but I don't know.
I think he brought him up, though, to the point that, like, KU can be, KU can easily be better than K-State if they were, like, they had that reputation.
Oh, no, I would agree
so,
with
like,
that.
I'm not saying KU's going to be in the, like, winning a college football playoff game anytime soon, but, like, there's no reason that they can't be better than Houston and K-State, and, like, they can easily get to that point. You don't need, like, a ton of money and, like, to be a football school to get to that point. And, like, at the end of the day, we've been worse at basketball because we've been pouring into the football program. So we actually did have a few average seasons and then sacrificed our basketball team. I would ditch the football team and go all in on basketball. However, I am feeling I might have to...
What's that?
I think there might be a little good juju in the new stadium this year, so We'll see what happens.
Okay,
we'll see what happens.
All right.
But yeah, I'm going BYU, K-State, BYU.
All right, you got BYU, K-State. I have
Great
BYU,
value.
Oklahoma State. Love that. All right, I'm gonna go to ACC real quick. I'm gonna go first, but I'm gonna go rapid fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's kind of.
Boston College stinks. Cal stinks. Clemson, Dabo is dead. Duke lost their quarterback, stinks. Florida State, they need to fire their coach. Georgia Tech lost Hank Skeen. I'm gonna skip the next two. NC State stinks. North Carolina, Bill's a joke. Pitt stinks. I'm going to skip the next one. Stanford's a joke. Syracuse, a joke. Virginia, I kind of like them only because Bo Pagula, or whatever, however you say it's their quarterback, but they stink. Wake Forest.
Wait, Bo Pagula is the Virginia?
Yeah, he's going to be the Virginia starting quarterback this year. So that leaves a few teams. That leaves Louisville, Miami, SMU, Virginia Tech. Those are the 4 teams. Let me get this out of it. Miami's making the ACC championship game. They are by far the best team. They got Mensa, the quarterback from Duke. He's probably better than Beck.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's probably better than Beck, and I think their roster might be better than it was last year. Malachi Tony, most electric player in college football. Like
he's back.
Yeah, he was only a freshman last year.
Yeah, this is one of those teams where I don't even know who's on the team, but they have so much money that they bought every player.
Miami's going to be amazing. And then people talk about Louisville and SMU a lot. They're fine. SMU's made the college football playoff. I just don't think either of those two teams are actually good. So that leaves Virginia Tech and the Miami Hurricanes. James Franklin at Penn State was a coach that could never win the big one, couldn't do it. I didn't like him there. James Franklin at Virginia Tech has a little kind of Bill Snyder at K-State type vibe where it's he's a really good coach at a good program, but not the best. Virginia Tech
isn't Virginia Tech up there with K-State and one of the only schools to never win a national championship?
I'm pretty sure, yes. I'm pretty sure,
yeah.
I think
they
it
might
is
have gotten
Tech.
something recently in track and field.
No, I think it is Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
But my take is it's going to be Miami versus Virginia Tech in the ACC championship game. I got Miami. B, you go.
Yeah, I mean, Miami is minus 150 to win it, and I think it's one of those bets again. I don't know if there's any value in betting it, but if you were rich, this is a sure of a thing. This is why the only people that should go to casinos and sports bet and whatever, the richest people in the world, because you just can bet something like this. If I could put $1 million on minus 150 that Miami is going to win the ACC championship, I would.
Love it.
But you're not going to win anything putting $25 on it. So Miami easily. I really like that. I'm going to be cheering for Virginia Tech this year. Probably take their over wins. Then of course I'll probably take North Carolina over wins as well. But yeah, I'm right there with you. So let's see. We don't really need to get into player props, but that kind of sums up our conference winners.
Yeah. You want to just do Heisman? Touch on Heisman real quick, or
let's just do Heisman playoff national championship. But the only thing I just want to pick I can't really see the over unders. So okay, I just want to do a couple of these over under wins for the team. I bet this on Colorado the first year with Deion and it hit, and it's just a nice bet to make because, like I said earlier, you can cheer for them every game this season without having to continue to bet and have all the weird, the early games where the spread's impossible to pick. You just take teams over wins. So you say they play 12 games a year?
Games, yep.
Okay, so let me just I'm just gonna take it quick. Michigan 8.5 is plus Michigan over 8.5 wins is plus 148. I'm taking Michigan over 8.5 wins for sure. If you tell me they got 9 last year, I'm easily taking that.
Love that.
Let's see. Ohio State over 9.5 wins is minus 168. Okay, I don't love that. Let's see. What team did we just like? BYU's over 8.5. We like that.
Hammer that.
Yeah,
that's
we
again
love that.
hard schedule, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, I love that for sure. KU's only 5.5.
Under.
You think they don't
Under.
go to bowl eligible this year?
No, I think they're horrible.
All right, that'll be sneaky for me because 6 wins isn't that much. K-State 8.5. I'm not gonna take it because I could see it going either way.
Yep.
There's one team in particular, but I forget the team that I wanted to take
That
there.
helps a lot.
So, like, Virginia Tech is over 6.5. Like, we take Virginia Tech over 6.5 wins. Notre Dame 11.5. Fuck, that's hard. I'm taking the under.
That's what she said.
I'm taking the under. All right, this was a bad segment. I didn't come prepared.
Yeah, that was
I
horrible.
had a team in my head. I'm like definitely
I
gonna take.
love you. I love you.
Yeah, just shut up.
Yeah, that was
okay.
horrible.
All right, to the Heisman.
All right. Well, before we get to the Heisman, I want one thing: group of 5 teams to make the playoff because one always makes it. You know, I'm just going to always pick James Madison to make it because they made it last year, even though they got blown out. Who cares? They made it, and before that, they had Kurt Signetti and almost made it. So I don't even know who they hired. I know nothing about them, but I'm just going to pick James Madison to go to the playoff. I think that's what I'm doing for the group of 5.
I like that as
Heisman. Give me who you think's going to win it, and then give me kind of a dark horse one that you like.
well. The Heisman has been. I've been looking at this a lot. Like, I go to bed every night thinking about this. I wake up every morning thinking about this. I have a hard time picking the Heisman. CJ Carr is the favorite, and he's plus 700. Arch Manning's the second favorite, and he's plus 800. Arch is not going to win the Heisman this year as much as I want him to. He's not. CJ definitely could because it's not going to matter whether they win the playoff or not. So that's a good one. I don't even know who Mensah is. It's not going to be Dante
Mensah's
Moore.
the Miami quarterback.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Not going to be Dante Moore. Julian Sand gives me the vibes of, like, when, who was the Georgia quarterback that won it that, like, wasn't very good?
No, none of them have won it. But you're thinking of Stetson. Stetson went. Basically, he didn't win it. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Julian Sand kind of reminds me of, like, Stetson Bennett. Like, Ohio State might be 12-0.
Okay. So I think Sand's a lot better than him, but I think because he has Jeremiah Smith that, like, I don't think...
Like, Jeremiah Smith is the next favorite after him.
I don't think either of them can win it because
Exactly.
I think, like, if people are like, oh, Jeremiah Smith could win it, well, then obviously Julian Sand probably is going to win it too, like, could win it too. So I don't think either of them are going to win it. I like... Oh, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just, like, thinking through this list. Jeremiah Smith, not going to be Trinidad Chambliss. You got Josh Hoover, not going to be Gunnar Stockton. You got Sam Levitt. Okay, so, like, Lenore Sellers and Bryce Underwood at plus 4,000 is really fantastic value. I kind of love one of them.
That's so as a dark horse.
As a dark horse.
Yeah.
As a dark horse,
Okay.
I love Lenore Sellers.
Love that.
Or Bryce Underwood because Michigan has a better chance to have a good record than South Carolina does.
Yeah.
So if Michigan is like 11-1,
what if Michigan goes 12-0
and he's going to run for 20 touchdowns,
and Bryce is good, like
plus 4,000.
Okay, so you took.
I'm taking.
Spoiler alert, my dark horse is Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I do too.
But I would probably say for me, I would probably say CJ Carr or Josh Hoover.
Okay, I like those. I think CJ Carr can win it. I think he's the best quarterback. I think Arch can win it. I think he's probably the second best quarterback. I don't think Dante's good. Julian Sand, I think he's good. Unfortunately, I don't think he can win it because of Jeremiah. Trinidad, I don't think their team's going to be good enough. So my dark horse, other than Bryce Underwood, you're going to hate this. I love Bear Bachmeier to win the Heisman. It is...
Who is that?
That's the BYU quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 5,500 as a dark horse. So him and Bryce are my dark horses. But I hate to say this. I think if Notre Dame's 12-0, 11-1, 12-0, and CJ Carr has a good year, Notre Dame quarterback who has a good year and their record's good, probably going to be him. So
yeah,
CJ Carr,
I
think CJ Carr is going to win it. Arch, the only reason I don't like that you're disliking Arch.
It's because they want it to be Arch.
Well, not that, but then also it's like he got I think it's Cameron Carr. No, that's the
CJ.
No. I can't remember his name off the top of it. It's the receiver that was at Auburn that transferred to Texas. He's huge. He's athletic. I can't remember him. I keep saying Cam Carr, but that's the guy that was at Baylor last year that played basketball.
Okay, it's okay.
I think he could because of that receiver so good. But yeah, that's it. So I got CJ Carr winning it, and then Bryce and Bear is my dark horses.
Okay, I like that. I mean, I don't really feel great about any of this because it's like I want Arch to win, but Arch lost me a lot of money last year because I just kept betting on him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll be thrilled if it happens, and I'll probably bet that. Let's get to the national championship.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we don't know the bracket or anything. So
we gave you conference winners.
Yeah.
Like that's about as good as we can get about predicting where people are gonna go.
Totally agree. I'm gonna give you my final two. Michigan, Ohio State for the national championship. Michigan wins. But if I wasn't to pick those two, unfortunately, I am going to have to say Notre Dame versus Ohio State. And Brooke knows this. They are my two least favorite schools in the world. I hate both of them. I think their rosters are too good. And then I have, unfortunately, Ohio State beating Notre Dame. So that's my realistic take. But I have Michigan beating Ohio State, as I will every year as long as this podcast is alive.
This is hard for me. How the fuck is Missouri this high up?
They're pretty. I mean, they're scheduled.
They're going to be so ass. This is hard for me. Again, I think there's a really good chance it's Ohio State, Notre Dame. It's not going to be Oregon. It's probably not going to be. It could be Texas, Georgia. Could be Indiana. I'm just going to go out on a limb, I think.
Can I guess what you're going to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
LSU versus Ohio State.
I think that is what I was going to say.
I know her, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really torn between Notre Dame and Ohio State. Because I think I'm not giving Arch and Notre Dame enough credit just because they've broken my heart so many times.
Arch in Texas.
No.
Oh, you're saying Texas.
Separately.
Got it.
I'm not feeling good about Notre Dame, and I'm not feeling good about
fault.
Arch because that's who I'm cheering for,
Yep.
and that's who I've been cheering for, and it's been breaking my heart. So I want Notre Dame. I think I'm gonna go dream Notre Dame, Texas. Realistic Ohio State, LSU. I just think LSU might have bought the entire country of good players.
Love it.
I think that is what it is. I don't feel great about it, but at least I didn't pick Michigan to win the national championship.
First of all, that's my pick, but then I gave another pick that could happen. LSU Ohio State was the third one that I was thinking.
I like LSU, and honestly, they have really good value.
Yeah.
So I like LSU. Yeah. Lane Kiffin's such a tool, but he really is a good football
Great coach.
So what are you going to do about it? And he's funny.
He's hilarious.
Fuck it.
Anything else?
No, I think that was a great episode. Hopefully you guys get in on some of these futures, make a lot of money, ride with us this season. We'll post shorter clips too on our Instagram stories
TikToks,
to where you can just ingest the betting specifics of this. Follow us this season and let's play along and win a lot of money.
Please rate, subscribe, everything. I'm trying to retire Brooke, and if I can't do it with my day job, this would be the next best thing. So please, if you love Brooke, do it for her.
I agree. Better have bets on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We'll go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do anything.
And Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And Spotify and Apple Podcasts, so you don't have to look at me fresh out the shower with wet hair anymore.
You look so pretty, babe.
Oh, thanks.
Love you.
All right. Love you.
All right.
Great episode.
Thank you, everyone.